Hello.
Well, hello, Rachel. How are you this morning?
I'm good, KJ. How are you?
I usually try to maintain a level of professionalism doing these interviews, but
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
Rachel, I'm such a Lucifer fan, and Linda was just the
Ah,
best, just the best.
oh, thank you. I just saw a bunch of fans at a
Oh, did
convention
you?
in New Jersey. Yeah, or what am I saying? Chicago. Yeah, it was great. It was so great.
Oh,
It was so good.
that's
That's so
right.
nice that you're such a huge.
Yeah, we're in Indianapolis, so I know that we had there actually were some fans who went to Chicago. I love that you have that ability and that fan base is so loyal that you're able to kind of keep the show going,
Yeah,
even if it is just the reunions, right?
yeah. No, but it's great too. Yeah, no, and it's just great that everything's still living on streaming. Right? It was crazy that Lucifer
Yes.
still gets a lot of a lot of views, which is amazing.
Well, I know that we have some questions because we've been talking this morning about you coming on the show, and we're talking about
Oh, great.
Goosebumps, the series, and it's streaming, and we've got the
Yes.
season finale coming up on Friday. So let's start with,
On Friday, yeah.
what little preview can you give us?
Well, I can say just when you thought everything was like it was safe and over, it things are unearthed again. And let's see, the city of Port Lawrence is transformed somewhat, and that's all I can just say that that
Okay.
and yeah, that there's still some madness that's going to happen in Port Lawrence to all of us. So it's very exciting.
Well, Mike had said, when I talked about you coming on here, he immediately said, please tell Rachel that her portrayal
Oh,
of this character has been so wonderful. And I know
uh,
you can't tell us a lot, but he said, is there a chance for more, or is this going to be the kind of series that maybe would reset with a different cast?
oh, yeah. No, there's a chance for more. There's definitely we're hoping for season two. We're focusing on obviously the finale this this Friday, but oh yeah, there's so much more to be mined from all of R.L. Stein's books. So there's so many more stories to be told. But yeah, they'll try to keep this core group of people going through, and I'm sure there'll be additions. If they do something, if we do get lucky enough to have a season two, but we're very hopeful.
Is there any kind of pressure for you, Rachel, when you are, going into bringing a series to life that has been a book that is so beloved by so many?
Hmm. Hmm. Well, this was just such a departure from the books. I mean, they were using the books as a guide, but none of us exist in the books, like the parents and the kids obviously do, but they're older kids, so it's a new thing. So, I mean, I did this with Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That was big pressure because this was coming straight from a book that had never been. They'd never made it live action, which they had some success before with Goosebumps, with the films that Rob Letterman directed with Jack Black and with the series, right?
Mhm.
So this wasn't as. I mean, I guess it was pressure, but it felt like it was new material, and if anything, you just want to do it justice. So I think it was sort of the same kind of pressure that I would have with any job, really, to be honest. I just wanted to do really good work.
So, Rachel, one of the fan questions that I had that I thought was, really interesting. Her name is actually Linda, and she's also a fan of Lucifer. She said, with all of the amazing shows that you and movies you've been a part of, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Lucifer, Suits, They have such passionate fan bases and people watch them over and over. Is there anything for you, a particular show or movie that you feel as passionate about as we do some of your projects?
Oh, wow. Let's see. Well, the thing that I feel like the most passionate about, I mean, I love Goosebumps right now, but you mean like something that I haven't worked on that I'm so passionate about, or something that I have worked on in the past?
And I have a fan who is actually from Ohio, so we're here in Indianapolis. She said you are making everybody proud. Do you ever get back to Worthington to visit?
I do. I was just there. I was there last summer. I have 2 little boys, so that makes it more difficult. But we try to get back to see their dad's family that's in Michigan, believe it or not. But yeah, no, I get back as much as I possibly can. I love it. And I have my sister and her husband live in Indianapolis. So I have family in Indianapolis. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, that's so cool. Well, our big claim to fame here is the Indy 500. So if you ever decide, Rachael, that you want, have you been to the race?
I've never been to the Indy 500, huh?
You got to talk to your family. They're letting you down. They should have already had you at the greatest spectacle in racing at some point. We'll get you there.
All right, I'd love to come. I would love to come.
And one more question before we go. It's, of course, a Lucifer question. Her name is Rebecca, and she wanted to know if there's anything with Linda and her son Charlie, any stories that you wish you could have experienced, or maybe having Charlie grow up a little bit that you would love to revisit.
Yeah, no, that would be actually great for them to do a spinoff later on in life, like about Charlie. That's what's been going on with him, and just to see how Amenadiel and I have been coping as parents. I mean, I think that would be amazing to see that. But I mean, like, as far as storylines go, yeah, I mean, it would be great to have seen him talk, and fly. There's little wings that popped out in the finale. That would have been just like adorable. So, yeah.
Well, you've got a lot of fans who would be happy to see that story continue. And you've got a lot of fans excited about Goosebumps and seeing what is to come on Friday, the season finale, and hopefully more in the future. Rachael Harris, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you so much for talking with me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us for another celebrity interview. Of course, the KJ Today Show isn't just about talking to celebs, it's about hanging out with you. Join us live on Wednesday nights for pop culture, people to know, and pets. The KJ Today Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch live Wednesday nights at 7.